Hi, once again, it's time for Science Rules the World. Today, we're going to finish up a study that we started earlier this spring. If you recall, we looked at the pea plants that were growing in my garden and the traits that they show and how that works. Well, they have produced some peas in pods, and we're going to check out the heredity that we see there, right? All right, just to recap how heredity and genes work. Check this out. Remind yourself. And just remember, these are the terms that Gregor Mendel described for us. Well, not gene. We came up with gene later. Remember, a dominant trait is seen as long as one of the two genes you have for the trait is a dominant one. If neither one is, if there are no dominant alleles of the gene, you see the recessive form of the trait. And here are the traits for pea plants that Gregor Mendel studied. We've already looked at the flower color, where the flowers were, whether the plants were tall and short. Now we're going to look at this stuff about what happens when the peas develop. Now, here are a couple of pea plants with the pods still on. I haven't picked them yet. Note, all the pods on one plant look the same. Right? These are tall plants. And here's a closer look at a short plant. Right? Remember, short is the recessive form of plant height. With these green pods and the fact that they're puffy, called inflated, not the bumpy constricted ones. Those are both the dominant forms of the traits for pea pods. Dominant and recessive traits can be seen in the same plant. Here's a close-up of a couple of those pods. Right, here they are again. So you can see this used to be the flowers on the pea plant. Pea pods still attached. Okay? Just a little biology note. Flowers contain the sex organs of plants. Right? These pods are actually ovaries. Inside there are the peas, which are now fertilized eggs. All right, here's a picture of a little tiny pea pod forming late. I'm sorry, the picture's a little blurry, but there's what's left of the flower. There was a white flower in here. Remember what flowers used to look like? And there's a nice new pea pod starting to grow. There are some little tiny peas, fertilized seeds in there. Here are the two types of pods, the inflated one and a constricted one. You can see the bumps squishing in tight. This is tight around the peas. This has some room for them inside. What are possible combinations of genes for these two pods? And here's what it looks like inside. See, these peas are real close together to each other. These ones have a little more room because that's the type of the pod. right? And there are different genes for the colors of the peas themselves and what the surface looks like. Yellow is dominant over green. Round and smooth is dominant over wrinkly. Yellow pod, yellow peas. They don't look like a yellow crayon, but those are yellow peas, which is showing the dominant color. Remember, yellow pods are dominant. Green pods are dominant, yellow peas. All right, here we have yellow pod and green peas. What's going on here? And what's the difference here? Wrinkly peas. They can have some smooth spots, but the other sides here are definitely wrinkly, right? Round peas don't have wrinkles. Here are the peas I harvested today, sorted by the types that I found. What color and shape do you see in each container? For extra credit, tell me the color and shape you see in each container, whether it's dominant or recessive. Which container is holding peas that could have a copy of each of the genes or the trait? And which trait would that be? And there they are again. Green pod, dominant, green pod, inflated pod, yellow pea, round pea. Recessive traits, wrinkly green peas, constricted yellow pods. So here they are again. Send me your answers and remind to get some extra credit. And now I'm going to go cook these peas and eat them. I hope you had some fun doing some genetic analysis, and I'll see you next time on Science Rules the World. Bye.